All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What the Fork. This kind of looks like a fork, right? I don't have a fork handy. It's upstairs. It's bear claw, but you know, it has prongs. I'll hold this up whenever I have to say what the fork in this video. So without further ado, let's begin with what might be around number 19 with a leg cramp. Oh, God. Oh, wow. How does that even happen, dude? I mean, I've had muscle spasms before, but never to the extent where it looks like a ghost is giving me a massage. I wonder if that hurts or not. Because usually when I have muscle spasms, it'll just be kind of like flickering in somewhere. I even had one earlier this morning. It's very topical. Like this little muscle right here was kind of flickering in and out. Someone's going to be like, yeah, that's a bad sign. That's an early symptom of you dying of some terrible condition. But that looks, get a massage, dude. Whew, looks rough. I don't know why either. Whoa. Okay, couple things. Obviously, first off, that's synthol. It's oil injections. He has not actually lifted his way to biceps that look like that, because as you can see, they're very disproportionate to the rest of his body. It's just he actually injects oil into his bicep, and I'm not entirely sure why, because it doesn't make you stronger. In fact, it probably makes you weaker because you have all this stuff in the way. But anywho, so that's what's going on one hand. On the other hand, eyebrows. That's the thing is, like, that's voluntary. Obviously, that's just very thickly applied eyebrow pencil or whatever you call it. If that's what makes you happy and you're cool with it and that gives you self-confidence, then knock yourself out. It's not hurting anyone else. With the eyebrow thing, I would recommend that the oil injection stop. That's not healthy. But the eyebrow thing, you're not hurting anyone. It's just, you know what? Thick eyebrows are in. They definitely are. So we're just expanding on that trend a little bit. Passion for taking pictures. Yeah, you know, if the lava is actually glowing, it just doesn't seem like the best place to stand. But hey, I guess it probably makes for a cool photo and a cool story. You have this photo to go along with the photo that you're taking. I just hope that your photo turned out well and more pixels than this one, because this is not a super great photo, but it's also probably just compressed, copied from somewhere. It's commitment. I've actually seen this one, and that's definitely not safe for our video here. So we'll continue along to sitting at a traffic light. That's an airplane. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that happened May 2017, so it's been a little while. I was like, this looks vaguely familiar. Yeah, wow. Hey, you know what? On the plus side, at least the power line didn't like tear apart the plane and create additional fires or troubles for other cars. Hopefully no one was hurt in this. I'd be very surprised if not, actually, because that looks not very good. But hoping for the best. A plane engine went hurling into my neighbor's house after a crash. Coincidence that these are back to back? I think not. All right. This harkens back to the top post of Well That Sucks, our last video, with that rock that hit the dude from Pompeii. This could have been that situation, except an engine instead. Your house is like remarkably resilient, actually. The fact that didn't make more of a crater, I mean, maybe it kind of careened across a lawn and then it hit the house, but if that just went straight from air into house, your house is very robust. That it didn't go in any further than that, because that would hit like a meteor, create a crater, man. I don't know. The skull of a person with the rare type of bone cancer, chordoma. All right, so the question is, did they survive? Is the chordoma what did them in? Or is this, they lived a long life and then just when they died from whatever else took them out, then this was just, it was like, that's what their skull looks like. There's no way though, because that's actual bone right there. And yeah, there's no way that someone would actually survive with their bone. That would be like removed in surgery or something like that. I have to imagine. So I'm assuming that chordoma did them in. It seems very painful. Oh God. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. human body can have some crazy stuff happen to it. Whew. All right, well, yeah, moving along. Hong Kong's fake skyline. Why would you, what's the point of that? You could stand in front of that anywhere that you wanted to. You could set up a poster here in LA and you can take a photo in front of the fake Hong Kong skyline poster. You are actually in front of Hong Kong, though, it looks like. So why wouldn't you, even if it's foggy, just take the photo, because you can do that anywhere else. That seems very pointless. Also, just so clearly taken in front of a poster. It doesn't look real. You standing there in front of it. I don't like. You can see the crinkles in the poster and everything. It just doesn't even look right. I don't get the point. Just take it in front of the actual skyline. It'll be fine. Just because it's foggy. Jeez. So you gotta get that ideal postcard shot or something. I don't. Weather does happen. Gotta deal with it. A whip made from a spine. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Because when was the last time that a whip was ever supposed to not look intimidating? That's what they exist for. I mean, like a whip exists to do bad things, right? Either to, I don't know, in ancient times to be used on humans unpleasantly, which is not great, or to be used on animals, also not great. Just not great in general. Whips aren't used for great things for the most part. So it's like, you know, if you're gonna go full out villain, you might as well go all out and make it out of a spine. That'd be I'd be down to have an artifact like that in my house. It looks really cool. It seems, it must be like really loud, of just like rattling as the bones clank together. I don't know, that's actually kind of dope. I'll be honest. Especially if you're trying to rock that supervillain lair kind of deal. That'd be a super sweet artifact. I'm just envisioning the room that it would work in. You'd have some really dark gray painted walls. You'd have a mix of like super modern with some wood accents mixed in, a glass desk with some kind of really nice black and chrome chair behind it. You have some chrome accents in there, and then you would have this on a shelf behind your desk. You take meetings in there. People know you're serious. Paycheck queue. This is actually kind of fascinating. This isn't so much like, oh, what the fork is? What the fork? Oh my God, that's incredible. I'm damn impressed. I didn't know caterpillars had like any kind of pack mentality. But that's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. I'm curious what would happen. It's kind of a mean thing to think about, but what would happen if you removed one of the caterpillars and just put them elsewhere? Would that one find its way back? And would it screw up the whole train? Would it break it in half? Or would they manage to find their way back into one? It's the caterpillar centipede. Instead of the human centipede, it's the caterpillar equivalent of that. With the centipede. Centipede squared. There's a boot in my snake. Oh, yeah. Instead of there's a snake in my boot. The exact opposite of that. Why would you think that's tasty at all? Wouldn't you just start on that and just think to yourself as a snake, no, this doesn't seem like food. But you know what? It's in my mouth now, so I guess we're going with it. That seems like something that maybe it applies to another situation as well, that people are going to take it to. Wow. All right. I guess it'll pass. Snakes have probably eaten larger objects. Although I like how it's in a vet office with anesthesia in its mouth. Just think, someone had to develop a method to deliver anesthesia to a snake. Like, someone was in charge of that for exactly this reason. Why are we ever going to need to anesthetize a snake? Well, they could swallow a shoe and be in great distress. I suppose that is the fault of humans, because if it weren't for humans, shoes would not exist. So you can't fault the snake. The shoe probably looked like something that it would have eaten millions of years ago. The front yard is lava, Hawaii. Yeah, dude, that's some gnarly stuff going on in Hawaii right now. It's weird, isn't it? It's still going on in full force, but it seems like the media kind of focused on it in the beginning, and now it's kind of fallen off the broadcast cycle, but still I believe things are kind of wild. So I hope everyone out there who might be watching this from Hawaii, I hope you are safe. I hope everything is okay for you. I read articles that like the most dangerous part at this point is the gas from it versus the actual lava flows, but I don't think I'd be comfortable standing that close taking video of that. Can you imagine if just a tiny little piece of that got ejected? Like, that's ejecting it out. You're bound to have a piece go a little bit further than you expect it to, and if that lands on you, that's not good. No, not at all. Ooh, like, we should learn from Pompeii guy here. Like, we don't want that. Trust issues. Oh God, you guys, they must hear it. We just think they have supernatural senses because it's a GIF and we don't hear sound, and we also don't have any peripheral vision or the ability to turn our head. But I'm assuming that they either heard it or they saw it coming and they're like, oh, all right, nice. You're trying to get us killed, railway guard. That's really helpful. Hey guys, I promise, you're safe. Come on, cross the tracks. You'll be fine. Be a shame if something were to happen to you. That's a nice car you got there. Oh my God. Yeah, that's probably something you should call, I don't know, your local law enforcement about, just to alert them of the situation, because that could turn out pretty badly. I'm glad that they both noticed, though. Whew, for a second I thought maybe the other car was going to go and this one was not going to, and then it was going to. It's at least turned out well for everyone. Darwin would be proud. Come on, guys, stop removing all the stuff. Oh my God. Well, that's anticlimactic. I feel like we need to get some bonus ones in here, because I know which one this is. Oh, I saw this one, and that's not going in our video. If you're interested, feel free to come check it out, but I'll describe it for you. That is a woman who is upset in a retail store and decides that the proper way to express her anger is to poop in her hand and throw it at the cashier. I don't entirely know the context. I'm sure it's there somewhere for you to find, but needless to say, videos of people pooping in their hand is not going to make it into our YouTube. But that's what happened there. All right, let's just get some bonuses in here, because a lot of not founds, man. Come on, I got places to be. More train stuff. Why is there so much train stuff? Also, what is that on the? Is that a paper? Oh, it's a paper bag flying through the air. Yeah, okay, smart. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You idiot waiting at the track. Why would you not just drive around when it says don't go with the train track barrier? You stupid. Obviously, there's no Oh, God. How dumb. How dumb. Darwin Awards. Jesus. Speaking of Darwin, up at the top. Boy collecting plastic on Citarum River, Indonesia. Jesus Christ. That's just kind of a depressing photo right there. Yeah, I don't know if that's like when people go and pick up cans that they can return and get the 10-cent refund here in the United States. I don't know if that's a thing in any other places, but there are people who will, like, outside the back of the grocery store, they'll have all the cans that need recycling, and people will take them so that they can get the redemption. So I don't know if it's a similar thing going on here, but Jesus, dude, that's got it. Also, I'd be worried about getting so many, like an infection if you had any open cut, or God damn. All right. Woo. What the crystal math is this patch job? Seems really safe. Sure that zip tying your tire in place works just as well as having a tire that's completely intact, because that probably holds air just fine. Yep. It's actually less indented down at the bottom than I would have expected it to be. I would have figured the metal would pretty much be on the ground. Or maybe it's just the angle of the photograph, but police are probably going to tell you that you can't drive like that. Just going to throw it out there. Not super safe. And for anyone else on the road either. If bits of debris come off of your tire and you swerve into someone, or it just goes and hits someone's windshield, yeah, don't do that. Don't drive like that. PSA, ladies and gentlemen, please don't. Please don't. Okay, well, anyway, we did a few bonus little clips there. Hopefully that held you over. So with that said, we'll end it. Hope you enjoyed. What the fork? I forgot to hold this up more. Oh, well, it wasn't really a fork anyway. It's a back scratcher. I forgot to mention that in case you weren't aware. You're wondering, why does he have a bear claw thing right next to his desk? That's kind of weird. I think I've shown it before. But anywho, yeah, make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Reddit videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to make demonetized, monetized again hats, link in the description. I feel like I've just given myself back itches by starting to use this thing. Alright, I'll see you next time.